Naija YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to draft a one shoulder, one-sided peplum top. So it's really simple and easy. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys a lot. If you are new to my channel, you are highly and you're very welcome. If you have not subscribed already, it actually takes nothing to do that. Just hit on the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And then also hit on that little bell beside, that's called the notification bell, to get an update whenever I upload a new video. So it's just that simple and easy. Okay guys, so for this illustration, you could decide to use any pattern of your choice. You could decide to use a bustier pattern, or just your regular waist dart. So for this, I'm going to be making use of this princess dart pattern. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you how to cut out the neckline. So for my shoulder measurement is actually 14 inches, which is 7 when you divide into 4. So this is like my 7 inches. So I'm from this 7 inches point, that's 7-inch point, I'm just going to put a notch like this, just for me to know where my shoulder measurement stops. So this is like the allowance. So I've put a notch. So I'll keep the back piece on the side. Let me work with the front first, and then I'm going to open it up like this. So this is where my notch is. So from this point now, I'm going to measure how many inches I actually want. That's for this shoulder. This is where the shoulder measurement is. So how many inches do I want from the neckline point? So I'm just going to come like this. So I'm going to make use of about 2.5 inches just to hold up at this point. That's this shoulder point. That's this point, the neckline point. So I'm just going to make use of 2.5 inches. So from this point, I'm just going to come down to this point. So it depends on how deep you actually want your shoulder to float to. So I'm just going to make use of 5 inches. So this is like my 5 inches. So I'm just going to take it like this. So I'm going to be cutting it out on this point. So you measure how deep. So you measure how deep you want it to be. So that's just basically. So this is where the shoulder, this is going to be the shoulder band. So that's that point. So I have the front piece. So I'm just going to place together with the back piece. So you make sure you place them together. Let them be facing each other in order for you not to get it wrongly, for you to know where you are going to float it to. So I'm going to be floating to this side. So I'm just going to place it like this, and then I'll cut it. I'll cut out the back piece like this. So this is the back, and then this is the front. So the next thing we're going to be cutting now, we're going to be cutting out the peplum. And in cutting this one-sided peplum, the easiest way for you to do this is for you to use the highest part, that's the deepest part of the peplum. Use that length to cut out the peplum. So I'm going to be cutting out the peplum. Now you use your regular peplum measurements, that's the formula, to cut it out. So I'm just going to cut it out now off camera. Okay, so I finished cutting out my peplum. So I used the deepest part, that's the highest part, that's the longest part, I mean to say. So the next thing, I'm going to be working on the shorter part. So from the side, so this is the center of my peplum, and then this is the side. So I'm just going to come to this side. So you use however the inch that you actually want, depends on how deep. So you measure out the height that you are going to use, that's the length. And then for mine, I'm going to be making use of 6.5. So for this 6.5, so you notice that it did not get to the midpoint. So you are going to measure how far you want it to be. So because that one was actually starting from the dart point like this to this point, that's from one dart point to this dart point, not from the center. So I'm just going to measure it from this point. I'm going to be making use of 4.5 inches. So this is where the height is going to be stopping. So I'm just going to measure it like this. I'll measure 6.5 inches. So as I'm getting to this point now, I'm just going to increase it. So when I get to this point, I'm going to increase the measurement. So this is what I'm going to do. So you could see the shape that I have here. So at the end of the day, before it got to the center, I just had to curve it out like this. So you could decide, just put your artistic and skills to work and then curve it out. So I'm going to cut it out now. Okay guys, so the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm just going to show you how to achieve and that pleat on the side. So you make sure when cutting your peplum and circumference, make sure you add about 2 inches to it. That's extra 2 inches before you divide with your regular peplum formula. So in order for you to be able to fold that pleat. So I'm just going to open it up and then fold it now. So in achieving the pleat, you just pick from the sides that you want to pleat. You pick one side up like this and then pick the other side up like this. So this is the pleat. So I'm just going to secure it down and then place it properly for you to see. Okay guys, so this is the pleated part. So the keys and pleats and part. So the next thing is just you are going to connect it just your regular fixing way. So now the next thing we are going to work on now is going to be the sleeve. So in the sleeve we are going to make use of our regular pencil sleeve. So this is for one of the sleeve. This side is just like a regular pencil sleeve, and then this side also is a regular pencil sleeve, but you are going to be working on this side. So for this side, what you are going to do, you measure half of your armhole measurement. That's this point. You are going to use your armhole. That's your sleeve round sleeve. Sorry, you are going to use your round sleeve measurement. So if your round sleeve measurement is 10, you are going to make this point like this 10. So all you have to do, in order for you to get the neckline straight, you are going to mark it. You are going to mark it. So you measure out that 10 inches, which is like 5 inches. So I'm just going to use 6. You add allowance to it. And then from this point, this high cap point, you are going to be cutting it out. And in order for you to cut it out, for it to flow, to have that same round shape, you are just going to place it like this. And then you maintain from this point like this. You're just going to maintain the neckline measurement. That's the roundness of the neckline in order for it to flow properly. So you see what I'm going to do now. You're just going to take your pattern curve like this, and then you're going to just flow it like this. So you could decide to make it deep or straight, but make sure the neckline goes together with it. So I'm just going to cut it out. So that's just basically what you are going to do, and then you cut it out like this. So you are going to use the regular off shoulder pattern way of fixing this kind of sleeve to fix it. So you see the neckline, so it flows straight down together. Okay guys, so I've now come to the end of this video illustration. So if you find this video helpful, so I'm going to be dropping some links for you in order to help you how to connect a sleeve like this to this kind of neckline. I'm going to drop off shoulder sleeve. I'm going to drop the link, and then how to cut a peplum. I'm going to drop the link also. How to cut a pencil straight pencil sleeve. I'll drop the link also. So with that, once you watch those videos, you'll be able to put all of them together and then achieve your one shoulder blouse. So guys, thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video.